Emotional intelligence is one of the most underrated qualities a person can look for in a partner, and honestly, it's rarer than most people realize until they've been without it for a while. It's not about being soft spoken or endlessly agreeable. It's about genuine self awareness, the ability to handle emotions, both his own and yours, with maturity instead of avoidance or reactivity. Today, I'm breaking down 6 signs he's emotionally intelligent. And stay till the end, because number 6 is the one that quietly reveals whether the rest of this list is actually genuine or just performance. Let's get into it. 1. 1. He can sit with discomfort without shutting down. This is one of the clearest markers of real emotional intelligence. A lot of people, when a conversation gets uncomfortable, tense, or emotionally heavy, either shut down completely, deflect with humor, or leave the conversation entirely, physically or emotionally. An emotionally intelligent man can stay present through discomfort. He doesn't need to escape a hard conversation to feel okay. He can sit in the tension, even when it's awkward or difficult, because he's not afraid of emotions the way people who avoid them tend to be. If he stays engaged during hard conversations instead of retreating, that's a genuine sign of emotional maturity, not just patience. 2. He owns his mistakes without getting defensive. Pay attention to what happens when he's actually wrong about something. Does he get defensive immediately, deflecting blame or minimizing what happened? Or can he actually say, "Clearly, I was wrong, I'm sorry," without turning it into an argument about your delivery or your tone instead of the actual issue? Owning mistakes without defensiveness requires a level of security that a lot of people simply haven't developed yet, because admitting fault can feel threatening to the ego if self-worth is fragile. An emotionally intelligent man doesn't experience being wrong as an attack on who he is. He experiences it as information he can use to do better. 3. He regulates his emotions instead of reacting instantly. Notice the gap, or lack of one, between what he feels and what he does. Does frustration immediately turn into snapping, sarcasm, or shutting down? Or is there a pause, a moment where he processes the feeling before responding, choosing his reaction rather than being driven entirely by it? This isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending not to feel things. It's about the ability to feel something intensely and still choose a thoughtful response instead of an impulsive one. That gap between stimulus and reaction is one of the clearest practical signs of emotional intelligence in daily life. 4. He can hold space for your feelings without fixing them. This is a big one, and it's genuinely rare. When you're upset about something, does he immediately jump into fix-it mode, offering solutions before you've even finished explaining how you feel? Or can he simply listen, validate what you're feeling, and let you fully express it before deciding whether a solution is even needed at all? A lot of men default to fixing because it feels productive, but sometimes what's actually needed is just to be heard. An emotionally intelligent man can tell the difference between when you need solutions and when you just need to feel understood, and he can offer whichever one actually fits the moment. 5. He's self-aware about his own patterns. Listen for whether he can identify his own tendencies honestly, without excessive self-criticism, but also without denial. Does he recognize when he's being avoidant, defensive, or short-tempered? And can he name it out loud instead of pretending it's not happening? Self-awareness like this requires genuine reflection, an ongoing willingness to look inward rather than assuming everything difficult is someone else's fault. If he can say things like, "I know I get quiet when I'm stressed," or "I tend to shut down instead of talking things through," that kind of insight into his own patterns is a strong indicator of real emotional maturity. 6. He communicates needs instead of expecting you to guess. And here's the one that quietly reveals whether everything else on this list is genuine. Emotional intelligence isn't just about handling your emotions well, it's about managing his own honestly, too. Does he actually tell you what he needs? Clearly, directly, rather than expecting you to intuit it and getting resentful when you don't? A lot of people, even genuinely kind people, struggle with this specific piece, expecting a partner to read their mind and then feeling hurt when that doesn't happen. A man who can say plainly what he needs, without passive aggression or silent expectation, is showing you that his emotional intelligence extends inward as well as outward, not just something he performs for your benefit. Closing. So let's recap. He can sit with discomfort without shutting down. He owns his mistakes without getting defensive. He regulates his emotions instead of reacting instantly. He can hold space for your feelings without immediately trying to fix them. He's self-aware about his own patterns. And he communicates his needs instead of expecting you to guess them. Emotional intelligence like this isn't common, and it's honestly one of the most valuable traits a partner can bring into a relationship. More valuable long-term than charm, excitement, or grand romantic gestures. If you're recognizing most of these in him, that's genuinely worth appreciating, because this kind of maturity took real work to develop. If this helped you see something worth valuing, drop a like, subscribe for more relationship content every week, and let me know in the comments. Which one of these have you noticed in him? See you in the next video.